Hello, my friends. It is Sam with SamPlansItAll. So we're just going to jump right into this today. It's August, and as you can tell from the title, I've been through like, I don't know, 13 or 14 different planner systems so far this year. I'm having a really hard time figuring out what works for me. I think we're all having kind of an off year with everything that's been going on, but I'm having a really hard time settling into something, figuring out something that works. So I'm just going to kind of show you the spreads that I've done so far this year in all these planners and see if I can figure out what works for me. So I started off in an A5 Stalogy. I tipped in a whole bunch of inserts, filled everything out. This was for school. Because I was going to go back to college and that did not end up panning out. These are all monthly inserts that are for A5 that I just cut down and glued in here. So I had this all filled out so nicely. July. And then you can see I didn't have a whole lot of plans by this time. I filled out the front with notes. And then I started on my days. So I was doing a page per day, keeping track of money things. I tried a weekly. It didn't work because I was really missing my weekly. Here's 2 pages per day, which, oops, I skipped a page, was going okay. I just kind of was switching off and on to what I needed at the time, which is what I love about a blank notebook. You can just kind of do whatever you want to do. And then here comes, oh, I can't forget this page. My Chiefs won the Super Bowl. I got into February and I was like, this is too big. I'm not using all the space. I don't like how empty space looks. And that's all she wrote for the A5. So then I got my B6 because if you saw my previous video, the B6 Stalogy is what I was in for the last half of 2019. And I really loved it. So I put this back together. Filled out what happened in January so I'd have it in here for reference. That was a tracker that failed. And then I just tried to get going in this. And for whatever reason, I was having a really hard time. And I think it's because I couldn't pre-plan. I can set out my days how I want them. There's a tracker. You can take notes in here, but it's really hard to pre-plan for me in these. And I don't know, I was just really struggling with that. So I was going through here, we got to the end of February into March, and I just really fell out of it. I fell out of it. And so then, we come back to that. Then I tried A5 inserts. So, let me make sure you can see. I bought dividers. This is all messed up right now because this is not the way I had it set up, but I bought the cute jelly inserts that everyone had. I bought the paper inserts. Oh my god, there's another jelly insert. I do miss these. They're so pretty. I filled out all the months. And then I tried some So Much Crafting weeklies. So this was back in January. See, I tried this again in January. Oh, such a mess. here's in March. This is kind of where I started trying to do this in March. It just didn't work. I wasn't feeling it. So then that was the end of my A5 rings journey. Then I got a mini happy planner, and for the life of me, I can't find it. I don't know how I lost an entire planner, but somehow I did. I don't know where it's at. So then I decided to go to A5 discs, and I bought this beautiful lavender cover. Bought the whole A5 disc setup. I'm missing a disc, and I have no idea where it's at, but anyways, bought all these inserts. These are Jane's Agenda, these monthlies, and they're so pretty, and I haven't even like written in them at all. And then I got her Week on 2 page. That's what they look like. And I didn't use those either. It wasn't working for me. I think I looks like I tried like 1 week, maybe 2 weeks. I think there's another week in here somewhere that I used. And it just wasn't working. I just wasn't feeling it. I had it decorated. I had stuff in it that I liked looking at, and it just wasn't working for me. And so then I scrapped that. And I had purchased all of these from Foxy Fix. Yes, Foxy Fix. For my A5 Stalogy. Oops, that's upside down. Which I didn't even use. So there's more moolah down the drain. Oh, and in the midst of this, I also had purchased a Hobonichi Weeks. And I filled out the beginning. I kind of filled out the months a little bit. And then I never used it. I never flippin' used it. Also, a Jibun Techo. I filled it out. I'm just desperate at this time. I'm desperate to find something that works for me. Something that is going to fit my needs. And I just was struggling so hard. There's a tracker I'd filled in. The months. I was keeping track of some physical things, how I was feeling. I had terrible back pain at this time. Here I was keeping track of things that I had eaten. I think before that, yeah, I actually was trying to use it as a calendar. Oh, this is in April. God, so, such a hot mess, guys. I'm such a hot mess. So then, this thing has kind of been my baby this year. This is a Hobonichi Cousin. It is the full year, and I purchased this beautiful Moterm cover and de-ringed it, which was super easy to do. It took me like 3 minutes to de-ring this thing. So if you're thinking about it, go for it. It's easy. This is a Salty Katie cover that this is in. I had so much decor in here, and I'm kind of taking it out. But once again, I tipped in a few things. I put the stickers in. I misspelled my word of the year. That should have been my indication right there that trouble was ahead when I misspelled my word of the year. Keeping track of just some trackers. That was an image off Pinterest that I printed on vellum. And I filled in my months from December of last year, January, February. And I love how this looks. I love the Hobonichi Cousin. I love the layout. I love that you get the months and the weeks and the days. But I hate Tomoe River paper. I absolutely hate Tomoe River paper. I hate that my pens smear. I hate that I can't highlight over my pens without it smearing. Like here, I highlighted first and then wrote on it. But I don't want to have to do that. I want to be able to write and highlight, and I just cannot find a combination that will allow me to do that, and it drives me crazy because I love this book so much. So here I started in the weeks, and I'm just trying to use this as my overall, I have to have a month, and I like to have a week because I want to see everything that's going on for the week, so I know what's happening and I can just see it all at a glance. This is just such a mess. You could tell I was in and out of it. Here's where I really tried to get into it. Middle of, I guess, beginning of March. So I have things I had ordered, our meals, things that I needed to buy, our appointments are on stickers. This is kind of where the virus thing happened, so I was using this. The kids were schooling from home then, so I had each kid color-coded. We have 6 kids, by the way, and the baby is special needs, so we have a ton of appointments for him, and then the other kids are all school age. So I was trying to keep track of all their Zoom meetings and their schooling and my housework. I don't know what happened here. I tried to get back into it. Here we're in July and I'm back into it. And I love it so much. I just hate this paper. So here's the dailies. These are from Planner Press. And once again, I found myself like, oh, it's too much room. I don't need that much room. What do I put on my weekly? What do I put on my daily? I tried to do trackers. That was a fail. Oh my gosh. It stresses me out that not everything is in one place. I want all of my things in one planner, in one binder, and that's not the way it is, and that it stresses me out. So here is March, when I got more into it. My baby has Down syndrome, so we do celebrate World Down Syndrome Day. The older boys' grades, which were awful. They were really struggling with the school from home thing. Some scripture that made me feel better. This was a super stressful time. I mean, it was stressful for everybody, right? We were all struggling, and I think it just really reflects in our planning systems. It's just awful. I look back at this and it stresses me out how many blank pages are in here. You can see how many times I've been in and out of this. I keep trying to come back to it. I do keep track of what the baby eats. So when they ask me at appointments, I can always go back and reference how much he's eaten and his sleeping, because we struggle with both of those. So here's July. And I'm back in it again. I'm trying to be back in it again. Right? And there it just dies off. And that's it in there so far. I just keep going back to it because I'm really enjoying that so far. So in the midst of all of this, I had bought this beautiful Aura Estelle. I had seen these all over the place. I finally found one secondhand on Mercari, and I snatched it up. So I moved my setup that I used to have, my hubby, into this planner, and bought all kinds of inserts. I started out with like the whole set of Cessa V. I bought her weeks, her days, her months, and that it just wasn't working for me. They're beautiful. The paper is fantastic, but for whatever reason, it wasn't working with my brain. So I bought the Franklin Covey personal size and was trying this out, and it wasn't working this year. And so I got the day on 2 pages, and I used this a little bit. I had taken them out already, but this is the Seasons pack. where it changes with the seasons, obviously. And I have 6 months in here. This is 6 months of 2 pages per day on these rings. And this is really why I bought this, so that I could slip my B6. This is last year's, but I could slip my B6 into this back pocket, pretend it's in the back pocket, and look at that. That is literally a full B6 and 6 months of days on 2 pages, and that closes. If that's not magic, I don't know what is. I want this to work for me so bad because I love the way you can decorate rings. I don't know. I don't know. So then we got into what I've been in the longest this year, which is crazy. This is a Franklin Covey classic, and this was more decorated. I took a whole bunch of stuff out as I move planners around. Right, I had all my stickers and stuff in here. So here again, oh, that's from Pinterest. Keeping track of exercise, which that has failed. Keeping track of womanly things. And then my months. So January, February. And I was using these reference sheets, the index sheets, I think they call them. Appointments. Zoom meetings. Ugh. Going out of town. Days my husband was off. There's June. There's July, and you can see where it tapered off. I've got pre-planning in here. Like I said, with all the kids, we have quite a few like appointments that need pre-planned. Never filled out my 2021 dates because we do have some. Okay, so I got into, this is April 1st, day on 1 page Franklin Covey classic. I'm just going to kind of flip through here. Maybe. This is where I started. I was using color coding stickers, started throwing in some washi, some highlighting. And I was like, okay, this is working, right? Like, I'm keeping track of what the baby's eating, my daily to-dos, notes. I can use my stickers, right? I'm getting things done. It's working for me. Here's May. I was having a good time in here. That day when school was done, sweet Lord above, my first grandbaby was born. Yes, I am 33 and I'm a Gigi. She's my stepdaughter, but we don't use those labels. So that was a good day, except that I couldn't even go see him because of the virus. Awful. So I'm just laying down stickers, using my highlighters, which I love. I like to highlight everything. And here we get into June. My mama's birthday. And around my birthday, I kind of started tapering off. And I don't know why. I just got the itch to do something different. I don't know why I can't just stay in one thing. This is the whole rest of the year, by the way. Day on 1 page. That's like, what is that? 7 months, 8 months in there. So then here's where I overview the baby's stats. Oops, that was personal information. I'll have to edit that out of there. Oh, more. That's good. Good job, Samantha. and blank pages. So this went everywhere with me. This was my everyday carry. Not that I left the house a whole lot, but yeah, it's big, it's bulky, but for whatever reason, I just fell out of it and decided I wanted to go back to my B6. So I went back to the B6 and some of this is repeated from before. You can tell my days are repeated, but that's okay. So this was my birthday week. Started off really strong and then died off. And so I put in my 2020 stickers from my newest addiction. I drew monthlies in here, thinking, okay, I can take this with me now. I've got months. These are from Planner Press. Where's October's sticker? What happened to October? I don't know. And I just haven't. Oh, this is from, this amazing cover is from Lauren Phelps Design. And I also got her writing board, which is awesome. It helps you plan out your tabs, and there's a little ruler on it. I would like to get back into doing dailies in this for like a memory keeping, because I have a lot going on right now. I thought I had a lot going on before. It's even worse right now. So I bought a passion planner, right? Why not? Why not buy another planner that I'm not even going to use? Why not? So this actually was on sale for like $7 on their website right now, because it's dated. And I hadn't tried the medium size. I've tried the little one, I've tried the big one, so I wanted to try the medium one. So I filled this out. I love this. The paper is so good. And it takes your ink and your highlighters. And I just didn't have enough room for notes. This was great. I can see when the baby's eating. I can see when my appointments are coming up. My things I need to do. Keeping a list just here of when I'm, you know, doing dishes, laundry, vacuum, sweeping. My work to-do list. It flooded. The boys' room flooded downstairs. But my notes, I didn't have enough room for notes. And there's room, there's room in the back for notes. But I don't want that. I want my notes of the day or the week with my plans. So that lasted a week. And here's where I am now. But before we get into where I am now, I also bought an A6 Hobonichi. You know, once again, why not? Everybody's raving about the A6, so I bought it and I'm like, oh no, this is way too small. So if you need an A6 Hobonichi, let me know. It's like unwritten in. Then I bought a Franklin Covey. This is ridiculous, isn't it? You don't have to tell me that this is ridiculous and that I'm wasting paper and all that, because I know, and there's a guilt, a terrible guilt, but I just have to find something that works for me, and I can't, and it's so stressful. I don't know, it's really stressing me out. But this is a Franklin Covey A5 bound book, and I got this on Amazon Japan. And I thought, okay, you know, I love the Hobonichi Cousin, but I hate the paper. So maybe if I had the same type of thing, right? Because I loved my Franklin Covey Classic. Maybe if I have the same thing, combine those two together, it's going to work for me. And I don't know if this is the same kind of paper or if it's just really close to the Hobonichi. I really feel like it's the same, but it smears, and I don't know. I can't. So here's where I'm at. This is my end all be all right now. The classic Happy Planner. This is where everything is at. Curl stuff, exercise or lack thereof, 2021. And on that, 2021, I just always keep track of like appointments that are coming, because like December 2021, we already have an appointment. I'll have to schedule to call in October to make sure that that appointment is still set, and then December we have an appointment. So that is literally over a year out, and I have to remember that that's happening. And then just like my WordPress, my blog renews in July, and it's going to be $96. So I want to remember that so that I can plan. So just stuff like that is what I put in like the next year. So there's the baby stuff. I need to update it. There's June. And then I don't even think, was I in this in June? Oh yeah, I was. So I got into this in June. Oh, I love this kit. And I have written down who this is somewhere. Yes. This is GP Sticker Studio. And I hoarded that forever and ever and ever. And then there's July. Messy but functional. This was a Shop Jessica Hearts kit that I also hoarded forever and ever. But this just wasn't really working for me. Like, this is how I used to plan. I used to plan full, no white space, pages covered. And for whatever reason, that is really causing me anxiety right now. This is rack paper stickers. But I wasn't using it. It was stressing me out. So here I didn't put a kit down. I didn't put a kit down, and I used it and it worked so much better. There's a note my daughter wrote me. This is the week that I was in the Passion Planner right here. And so then I went back to this. Yes, that's a Christmas tree. I was practicing stickers. This was on my Cricut before I got the silhouette. This was just a nightmare. So, but I was learning, right? So then August, I have not decorated it yet. So it's just functional. And then this is this week. I just have everything written out. These are from, oh my god, was this Coffee Monsters Co? I think these are Coffee Monsters Co. If I'm wrong, I'll put that down there. But keeping track of what he's eating, keeping track of my to-dos. But I have no room for notes. So that's why I think I'm going to get back into this. Even though all of my things won't be together, I have to do something so that I have room for notes. So I've just pre-planned a little bit the stuff that I know is coming up. And then projects. I had like my weight loss. My husband and I were doing keto. I took that out because I just didn't have enough room. Some chores, some budget stuff. These are all Happy Planner inserts, by the way. Projects. Okay, and then here is really what's helping me out right now. I like the Happy Planner because you can move stuff around. You can put different sizes of sheets in here. And you can just kind of do whatever you want with this. And these full-size sheets really appeal to me. The full page for me to be able to take notes on. Just, that's it for me right now. That's what I want. I want to be able to fill up a page. These are all my work notes. I run a business where I make designer wreaths, ornaments, that kind of thing. This is my 3rd year. It's not going the greatest because I live in an area that I just don't have a good market for that. And it's hard to build a reputation online because nobody will buy from you because you don't have a reputation, and then you can't build a reputation because nobody will buy from you, right? So I decided that I wanted to open an Etsy sticker shop. So that is coming next week, the 17th, August 17th, because my heart is in these planner stickers. And then here's just like home notes. Yeah, so there's a lot going on. I'm also working on online boutique, but we're not there yet, so we're not going to talk about that quite yet. But this is just kind of this mess of everything because I don't know what to do. I don't know what's going to work for me. And it's so stressful. It's so stressful. So if you guys have suggestions on how to make, something work for you, or what you're doing, or, how to not be such a hot mess, I would love to hear it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you soon. Bye, guys.